And I guess the other thing, that there's going to be all the CGI effects and all that kind of thing.
And the CGI effects, which I hate in movies. I quit going to movies. I can't stand that. Because any kid with a computer, my kids can do that now. Anybody can, blow up the world.
Yeah.
Blow up the, Eiffel Tower and have it topple and people scream. It's just boring as hell. It just bores the crap out of me. So I'm sure the A-Team movie will have... But when we did the TV show, it was pre-computer, so everything
you
see was live.
Yeah.
We filmed it. People got hurt doing it. It was the real deal. It was fun. It was fun. It was the most fun I ever had as an actor. In fact, after that, I didn't work much, but I didn't really care. Except for the money, it was all downhill. It was all so boring.
Why was that, though? Because the A-Team was such a massive hit. I mean, certainly over here, and obviously in America as well. Why did it all kind of dry up for you guys?
It ended my career and Dwight's. Well, it was a show that Hollywood hated, see. I mean, I told you, NBC hated me to start with.
Yes.
So when it was over, they just hated me more.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't like, we got to take that guy and put him in a, no. It really, Dwight and I talk about this when we do our show. If I ever wrote a book about that experience, it was so political. People don't realize, and how much the A-Team was disliked in Hollywood. It's kind of funny now that mainstream Hollywood is making a film, a feature film, but they're going to get rid of all the. I'm sure they get, the passage of time and God. I mean, I was never invited to parties.
Really?
I mean, at Hollywood parties. I mean, we were in the #1 show in America. When that happens, usually you're on the cover of magazines.
Yeah.
You're on Oprah. You're on David Letterman. You're on all this stuff. None of that happened. None of it. Zero. And I didn't talk about it and complain about it, but I eventually had to do something else to make a living. I couldn't continue, so I just left. Hollywood, took my 2 sons and went to Montana. And did other things, became a stay-at-home dad. Chopped wood for a living.
You talk about writing another book. I'm currently reading your book, Confessions of a Kamikaze Cowboy, actually, in which you kind of talk about everything, about your early life, Montana, your acting, of course, your battle against cancer. I don't want you to tell me too much about the book, because I'm nowhere near finishing it yet, but you talk in there about your change of lifestyle to the macrobiotic diet. Is that something that you still kind of adhere to today?
Touring all over England here. I was just telling the people that are taking me around here, I have a traveling kitchen that I designed. It's in that book. There's a chapter called Kamikaze Cowboy Kitchen. Yeah. And I talk about when I was making a lot of movies and traveling and saying, how did I cook for myself? How did I get my brown rice and aduki beans and miso? So now you can get it everywhere. I came to England back in the late 70s and the 80s working, and you couldn't find. There was one little sort of macrobiotic store over on Old Street, 88 Old Street or 188 Old Street. There was a little restaurant there where you could get some rice and beans and tofu. Yeah. But other than that, now it's everywhere. You got Wagamama. I mean, it's everywhere in England, which is wonderful. I mean, Sainsbury carries brown rice and aduki beans and seaweed and miso and umeboshi plum and kombu seaweed, kombu and wakame. And this is in Sainsbury. This is in Tesco.
You're as happy as can be then, Dirk.
I cannot believe this. I don't know if I had anything to do with it, but I used to have to carry that with me wherever I went. I loved going to the Far East because then I was in my own territory and I could eat Asian grains and beans and the book is about the difficult segue it was away from growing up on venison and elk and beef. Yeah. And then when I was doing the A-Team, I talk about that and. So yeah, I'm living in self-catering, and as I travel around, I cook for myself.
Dirk, I could talk to you all day long, but I know you've probably, as I say, all interviewed out. You've done a lot of interviews. I want to do one final thing with you before you go there.
Sure, anything.
I'm coming along to the afternoon performance on Thursday to come and see you. And
is that when our matinee's on Thursday?
Yeah, 2:30.
They just tell me when to show up, and I put on the Big Mac, fire up that stogie, and then I said, just tell me when to go on. I'm so old now, they kind of tap me on the shoulder, say, okay, Dirk, it's time. Walk on the stage. Now start talking. Go in. Oh, all right, I'll begin. And I become Columbo for 2 hours. Thursday afternoon, eh?
Yeah, so I'm coming along. So what I thought, when I have guests on the show, I always give them the chance to win a breakfast show T-shirt. So, I thought I'd do a quick competition with you to see if you can win this T-shirt, and if you do, I'll present it to you on Thursday after the show.
Oh, I don't want it. I want somebody else to win it. That doesn't seem fair. But I won't win anyway. Dad, what's the question?
Well, basically what it is, we talked earlier about you've been 3 lieutenants. You've been Starbuck, Peck, and now Columbo.
Right.
I'm going to give you the names of episodes which featured either Lieutenant Starbuck, Peck, or Columbo, and all you got to do is tell me which one appeared in the episode.
Oh, God. This might be embarrassing.
No, well, the Columbo ones...
I haven't seen these...
The Columbo
I don't watch my own shows, and I never saw Columbo.
Okay, well, you got 1 in 3 chance, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is the first one. Get 3 out of 6 and you can have the T-shirt. The first one. The Man with 9 Lives. Was that Starbuck, Peck, or Columbo?
That would be Starbuck.
That would be Starbuck.
I think that was Fred Astaire playing my papa.
It was.
Fred, well, you picked the one episode I remember so well because Fred Astaire became a very dear friend, and it was a great honor and joy to work with him. And I was not very good in that episode because he was so brilliant. I was so busy watching him. But yeah, okay, I got 1 for 1.
And I think you'll get this next one as well. Ready? Steel. Starbuck, Peck, or Columbo? Steel.
That's Peck.
It is Peck. It's the one where you're somewhere and the Cylon walks past you.
Is that the one?
That's the one. And you kind of point as if to say...
I'm so proud of that moment. That was my idea. It was one of the few times we were at Universal Studio. We were filming on a studio. We were at Universal.
Yeah.
And we were filming, and there was a Cylon walking around from the tour.
Yeah.
That people go on to see Battlestar Galactica stuff. So I went to the director, Tony Mordente, a very well-known director, and I said, Tony, this is the first shot after lunch. I've talked to this guy, this Cylon. Yeah, what? I said, I'm at the top of the scene. I'm at the van waiting for the guys. Just have him walk in front of me. Why? What it says? I said, just do it, Tony. It's a joke for the guys back in editing because they're all Battlestar Galactica fans, and they'll get a big kick out of this. So I just did it as an inside joke for some of the young guys who were Battlestar fans. So I said, so at the top it says action, and the Cylon walks by, and I do what I do, like, don't I know you? Don't I? No, I must be. And then I loved the fact that Stephen Cannell took that and put it in the credits.
I was going to say it stayed in the episode, and then it was in the credits for like about 3 seasons, wasn't it? So
it was, I love that. I'm full of funny ideas like that. Okay, that's 3 for 3.
You need 1 more then from the last 4. So this one is the Greenhouse Jungle. Is that Starbuck, Peck, or Columbo?
Well, I don't know it, so it must be Columbo.
Absolutely correct. Dirk Benedict, you're a winner.
I'm smarter than I look. I'm smarter than I thought. That's always nice to know. I'm getting a little senile. Columbo's got this whole play. He's always talking about how he's forgetting things. Yeah. I'm always forgetting things. I should have strings around all 10 fingers. My wife tells me I should see somebody about it, but, I don't have a wife, so... I'm not sure Columbo really has a wife.
We'll never see her, do we?
We never see her. No. And he talks about her so fondly. Most guys complain all the time, so it makes you wonder. He's either very happily married or... Well, gee, you made my day. I'm a winner. I'm a wiener. So I get it on Thursday?
Well, shall I come to the stage door maybe at the end? Or?
Sure, sure. I will leave your name at the door.
That would be brilliant. Come back. And we can take a picture, put you on the website, and holding your shirt proudly aloft. There's only actually 10 of these in circulation, so you're number 11, Dirk.
Oh, my gosh.
I know. It's an honour.
Great. I'm honoured.
Dirk, thank you so much for taking
the time. Thanks for having me on, and I hope the people will come to watch old Columbo solve yet another crime.